situation at the Bundy Ranch continues, and I wanted to check back in with Sheriff Richard Mack. We had him on the program last week, and just get his thoughts on the update. It seems like there was a pretty long and strong piece, a couple of them actually, on MSNBC, basically suggesting that Sean Hannity was playing with fire. And then Hannity came back yesterday and attacked Jon Stewart, saying, "No, I'm not playing with fire. I'm telling everybody, just take his hand, take his house by judicial process, but keep the guns away." And it seems like there's like an effort to calm this thing down. But Sheriff Mack has been on the ground there. Sheriff Mack, MACK.com is his website. Sheriff Mack, welcome back to the program.
Well, thanks, Tom. Are we? Well, wait. This isn't working because I'm just hearing a total echo of myself.
Okay, I think we just got rid of that.
Oh, way to go! Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
good.
Modern technology.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, I should say you're a former Arizona sheriff in Graham County, and you're on the board of directors of the Oath Keepers movement, oathkeepers.org. Yeah. So, what's your take on what the status of the situation is right now, sir?
Well, the bottom line is I've got a new hero, and his name's Sean Hannity. I really am totally on Sean's side. I think he's done a terrific job on all of this. The other news media outlets have not addressed some of the real key underlying legal issues here involved. This is not the first time. That's going to be a good pun, huh? This is not our first rodeo.
Yeah.
This is not the first roundup of cattle in Nevada. This is the 53rd rancher that the government has tried to run out of business.
Well, the BLM has had this authority since the 30s. So
yeah.
I would guess that it's been done a lot of times.
And a lot of this goes into the specifics of water rights that were inherited by the Bundy family way back in the early part of the 20th century. And
well, I'm sure you're familiar with the story now. It's been reported by all the major news media that Bundy's dad bought that ranch in 1948. There was no 1877. They bought that. They moved from Arizona to where this ranch is in 1948 and bought it from I forget the name of the family.
Yeah, and I was told 1877, and I've actually seen that reported. Maybe
it's wrong.
Maybe they were in ranching since 1877 somewhere.
I think he was only 2 years old when his father bought the farm, bought the ranch, and only bought, by the way, the water rights to the ranch. Had no contract with BLM until 1957. Right. And so he may, he was just a little kid. He may just be misremembering things. That's easy to have happen.
Right, okay. There's other court precedents. One is the Dan sisters, who are Native American. The federal government ran them out of business.
Right.
And then there's the Hage case. And the Hage case is huge on this particular incident with the Bundys.
Yeah. Well, I thought the Dan sisters actually probably had a stronger claim because, they were Native American.
Correct, they did. You're right, they did, but they're still gone.
Yeah, they are. They are.
And the Bundys literally, this statistic is true. There were 53 ranchers in Clark County.
Right.
Now, Las Vegas isn't the only calling card for Clark County. There's lots of other industry there, and ranching used to be one of them. But they're all gone. And this is because the federal government has found ways to finagle people out of business. And if Mr. Bundy had signed the most recent contract with the federal government, because of the water rights issue involved and what you have to do to qualify to keep your water rights, it would have disqualified the Bundys from keeping their ranch.
Right, he would have had to dial back radically on the number of cattle on that land. Correct. Because there's been a drought going on there for 4 years, Correct. And that kind of land just can't sustain the number of cattle that he's been illegally grazing on it. And so the BLM's coming in saying, hey, it's our job to manage this land, and you're ruining it.
Yeah, and
so, this is really an issue of a drought, isn't it, as much as anything else?
Well, I don't believe that premise that the BLM is in charge of the land, and I don't believe the premise that the ranchers are hurting the land. Ranchers help the land. And I can show you statistic after statistic how that is true. The only thing they say is, well, he should be paying his fees just like all the other ranchers in the country do.
Yeah.
Well, you could argue till the cows come home that ranchers help the land, and they do. You want to help the land, put a rancher or farmer on it. But at the same time, this is as something as Americana as a ranch. that goes back way before the foundation.
Well, to some extent, that this Americana. I mean, it seems to me that what we're looking at here is more of a culture war than anything else.
Well, you could be right.
And are you familiar with?
I want to get into the Hage case.
Yeah, well, let's for just a second, if we could set the stuff aside. I as I said, I don't disagree with you on. Well, in any case, are you familiar with OccupyOurHomes.org? No,
I don't think I am.
Okay, let me just put a bug in your ear here, if I may.
Okay.
This is a group. They're active all over the United States. One of their more active groups is in Atlanta. But basically what they do is they go in and stop, or try to stop, government officials from evicting people from their homes when the banks have basically robbed them of their property.
Okay.
And I'm looking at this one story, a disabled Desert Storm veteran of Avondale Estates, Georgia, needs help to save his home. It's over at OccupyOurHomes.org. And they've got dozens of these things, and people are showing up. And good people, and this is not a right or left wing thing. This is,
you're right, it's not.
This is. I mean, you got, in fact, at one of these Occupy things, you had a whole bunch of guys who showed up with AR-15s.
Right.
It seems to me that rather than one or even 53 ranchers who the BLM is pushing off their land because of drought or whatever, because of turtles, because Harry Reid's son wants to build a solar panel. I don't give a damn. 53 of these guys. We've got 3 or 4 million Americans who have lost their homes because of crimes committed by banksters on Wall Street who own, body and soul, both the Republican and Democratic Party and the elected officials. These guys are getting multi-million-dollar bonuses. They go before Congress and lie. They come into D.C. and they're treated like royalty. Right. And it seems to me like if you want to generate a patriotic movement that is totally independent of party and totally independent of whether it's Fox News or a liberal show like mine,
right? That's
showing up with or creating your own version of OccupyOurHomes.org, right. Showing up and saying, it's a crime that these banksters got bailed out to the tune of trillions of dollars, and these homeowners are screwed.
I'm totally with you on that. I totally agree. And in fact, the organization that I founded has addressed that twice at our national conventions. Mm-hmm. We've actually helped people fight the banksters on their foreclosures. And in fact, if you look it up on the Internet, Sheriff Tom Dart from Chicago, from Cook County, was probably the first sheriff in America to stop these foreclosures. He would not serve the foreclosure notices. He refused.
Yeah.
He told the banks, I'm not going to do it. And you know what the banks, Sheriff Dart was not fired. He was not put in jail. He did exactly what we ask sheriffs all across the country to do. Stand up for the little guy in your county against big brother government, against big brother banksters, and against this kind of wholesale sweeping of removing people out of their homes.
Yeah. Well, I'm telling you, if your movement was to include some people in cities, some people of color, some people who've been screwed by the banks as badly as the BLM, and just say, we're all being screwed by these people.
Yeah.
I think that
I'm with you. We do.
Both of us could move a little forward on this thing.
Our sheriff of the year was Sheriff David A. Clark Jr. from Milwaukee. He's a black man.
Good on you. Sheriff Richard Mack, his website, sheriffmack.com.
And CSPOA.org. CSPOA.org.
CSPOA?
Yes.
Okay, .org. Thank you. Hang on just a second here.
This is the Thom Hartmann Program.
And Oathkeepers.org, too. Sheriff Mack, thanks a lot for being with us today. Good talking.